Okay, let's jump right in and solve an everyday mystery. You know, one of those things that happens all the time, but maybe you've never stopped to think about why. It's all about why things move, and, more often than not, why they stubbornly refuse to move. Turns out, it's a fundamental rule of the universe you deal with every single day.
You know this feeling, right? You're a passenger in a car, just cruising along, and then bam! The driver hits the brakes. The car stops on a dime, but you don't. Your whole body lurches forward, and thank goodness for that seatbelt. So what's really going on there? Is there some invisible force at play?
Well, think about it like this. Imagine you're trying to push a really heavy box across the floor. That first shove to get it going, man, that's the hardest part, isn't it? It almost feels like the box is actively fighting you, just wanting to stay put.
But then, once you get it sliding, it's a little easier. Now what happens when you try to stop it instantly? It's just as tough. The box wants to keep right on sliding. So it seems like objects have this stubborn streak. They hate starting to move, and they hate stopping once they're going.
This cosmic stubbornness, this sort of fundamental laziness, it actually has a name. It's not just a weird quirk, it's a core property of the entire universe that governs everything from a baseball to a planet. So let's give this strange rule its proper title.
It's called inertia. Now, the official definition sounds a little textbooky. The resistance of any physical object to any change in its state of motion. But really the idea is super simple. Things just want to keep doing whatever they're already doing. If an object is sitting still, it wants to stay still. And if it's moving, it wants to keep moving. Same speed, same direction. That's it.
Yeah, a perfect way to think about it is that it's the universe's built-in laziness. And this is key. Inertia isn't a force. It's not some invisible thing pushing or pulling. It's just a basic property of having stuff. It's like every object in the universe is just saying, look, I'm comfortable doing what I'm doing. If you want to change that, you're going to have to make me.
And this isn't just some abstract physics concept for a chalkboard. No way. Inertia is happening all around you all the time. You can spot it everywhere, from the moment you get in your car to when you sit down for dinner.
The car is the absolute best laboratory for inertia. When the driver hits the gas, the car moves forward, right? But your body, thanks to its inertia, wants to stay right where it was. The result? You feel like you're being pushed back into your seat. And when the car brakes, it's the opposite. The car stops, but your body wants to keep going forward. That's the lurch. It's this constant little battle between your body's inertia and the car's motion.
You know what else is a perfect example? The ketchup bottle trick. You've totally done this. You move the bottle down really fast and then stop it suddenly. Your hand and the bottle stop, but the ketchup inside? Nope. Its inertia makes it keep right on moving, hopefully onto your fries. It's the exact same reason water sloshes out of a glass if you start or stop walking too quickly. The glass moves, but the water's inertia makes it lag behind.
So, we've pretty much nailed what inertia is. But that just leads to the next big question, why? Why does it even exist, and why is it so much harder to push a bowling ball than a tennis ball? The answer to all of this lies in the deep connection between how much stuff an object has and how it moves.
It all comes down to one thing: mass. The easiest way to think about mass is just how much stuff is packed into an object. And here's the rule: the more stuff or mass an object has, the more inertia it has. Simple as that. A massive cargo ship has way more inertia than a tiny rowboat. That's why it takes giant engines to get it moving and miles to get it stop.
And the genius who laid this all out for us, who wrote the official rulebook for inertia, was of course Sir Isaac Newton. His first law of motion is basically the law of inertia. It just says, hey, things keep doing what they're doing, unless some outside force comes along and messes with them. A push or a pull has to be applied to change anything.
Now, believe it or not, this isn't just a cool science fact to know. Understanding inertia is, and I'm not exaggerating, a matter of life and death. It's the secret behind some of the most important safety engineering of the last century, and it's a principle that saves lives every single day.
Just look at these: seatbelts, airbags, crumple zones. Every single one of them is a brilliantly engineered solution to the problem of inertia. In a car crash, your body's inertia wants to keep moving forward at, say, 60 miles an hour. These devices are that unbalanced force Newton talked about. They apply a force to your body to slow you down more gently, preventing that sudden, catastrophic stop against the steering wheel or dashboard.
To really, truly see inertia in its purest form, you have to imagine being in deep space. There's no air resistance, no friction. If an astronaut out there throws a wrench, what happens? There are no forces to stop it, nothing to slow it down. So that wrench will just keep moving in a perfectly straight line at the exact same speed forever or until it hits something. That is pure inertia.
So in the end, inertia really is the universe's default setting, a deep, fundamental resistance to change. And when you think about it that way, it leaves you with a pretty mind-bending thought. If the natural state of everything is to just stay the same, then every single bit of motion we see, every change from a planet orbiting a star to you just getting up from your chair, it's all a small victory against this profound cosmic laziness of the universe. It shows you just how much energy it takes to make anything happen at all.